Omolami. I'm the COO here at HOSEA Feed the Hungry. And we have somebody very special with us today. And we first of all, we thank God for good people.
Amen.
Like this woman that's representing here, a strong mother who's taking care of her 5 kids and doing the best she can. She's hadn't been here in Atlanta too long, and I thank God she found her way to us today here at the Georgia International Convention Center, where we're having our 6th annual Labor of Love job fair, where we're going to have companies offering jobs. We have food for families, and we have clothes dressed for success. And Sharika came up, she heard about it, and she came here today, and I just want you to hear her story so you'll understand why HOSEA Helps is in place to do exactly what we're doing. This is what we're about. Sharika, please tell us what's going on in your life and what's been happening.
Well, I am from Wisconsin. I have 5 children, going through a domestic divorce, and I was stirred to come to Georgia, but when I got here, the people that were supposed to help me just shut the door on us. So we've been in the van for 3 weeks, and no money. I've exhausted everything. No money, no food. I've been bumming. You know, kids been eating chips and sodas and stuff like that.
But yet you make sure they go to school.
They go to school. I got them in school the next day. My kids have never been through this, and I wanted them to get away from it as much as possible during the day.
The domestic abuse, they witnessed it?
They witnessed verbal, physical, they've seen it all. So I just wanted out, and I came here, and we've been on the streets since. The school knows, human service knows.
They know you're living in your car?
I'm in the counselor's face every other day. They know. Most she says she can do is give me resource papers to call people, and I've been calling twice a day. So I had a job interview already set up for 1:30 today at Kroger's, and a lady that reached out to us, she got me connected with Hope Atlanta. So she said yesterday that you were having this. So I said, I don't have any clothes, Debbie. I brought most of my kids' clothes and hardly none of mine. So I put on my daughter's pants, which are not okay, but they were workable enough to come here. And then your husband shared his story, and I just couldn't do anything but break down, because that was just like, for me, God speaking through him to me, because that's what I'm living right now.
So okay, tell me, what would you like to happen, Sharika? Tell me how you want this to unfold, so HOSEA Helps, we can figure out how we can play our part in this.
Well, I'm just looking I found a place for the 1st.
For
October the 1st. And Hope Atlanta is supposed to help us with an admin fee and the first month's rent. But I'm still needing help with the second admin fee, so to get in. And like I said, we need food, we need clothes, we need gas, we need everything that we can get right now. This is my life. This is not made up. This is, your son, he's seen my van is full to compact. My kids are sleeping on top of it. So.
Mrs. Omolami, what you think?
Yes, when I hear her story, and I've heard other stories like yours, I think people don't understand that this is happening to our women and children, and they don't believe it. But we're here to show you that it is true, and I thank you for telling your testimony, because that's the only way that people will find out how true these stories are that you hear us tell. And whenever God, we feel like it's a blessing to us that you found us, not the other way around. We're going to be able to help you, definitely, but we feel that it's a blessing to us that you showed up on our doorstep, because we love to do projects like this. and then we reach out to our resources and we say we need this or that. And even for Christmas, you won't have to worry about anything for the kids for Christmas. You won't have to even think twice about it. They're going to have what they want, because we're going to have, like the cast of Christmas Carol last year adopted a family, and I think we'll make you the family that they adopt this year. So there's no shame in what you're going through, sweetheart. There's nothing to be to let the enemy try to tell you that you're just going down even further. No, we're giving you a hand up, and the other agencies that we work with. So I just want to encourage you to say this is the end of all of that today. This is the end of all of that, and everything you've been through, you're going to turn that into a testimony when you speak to other women who have been through the same situation. And I can tell you, I have relatives that were in that situation. They didn't have anywhere to go. And I said, this is what happens to women. They get in a situation where they want to leave, and they need to leave, but they can't because they don't have anywhere to go. And they end up, but she was like, look, I'm going. I am not staying in this situation anymore. So that's how she ended up living in her car.
Now, how many years, how long has you put up with the domestic abuse?
7 years.
7 years? What family said, this is it? What family turned it around for you?
Well, my breaking point was, I'm an only child. My kids are like my life. And my 14-year-old was just like, I can't take it. And she left and went to stay with her grandmother. And it's just killing me for me not to have her here with us. I mean, even going through, I'm never away from my kids. And she was just like, I can't do it. I can't watch this anymore. And it was like her or the abuser. And I was like, for so long, I chose the abuser because I love this person so much. And I mean, I loved my daughter more, but I didn't know how to get out of it without compromising.
That's right. And that's hard. I mean, how do you break out of something where somebody keeps telling you, oh, that'll be the last time, or I really love you, I really didn't mean that, I'm not going to do that again. You want to believe that. You want your family to stay together. But then it happens again, and it happens again, and then you begin to realize, wow, this is affecting my children. And then your children, you could almost take it if it was just you see?
Yeah, I keep saying that.
Yeah, but when you see it happening with your children, you got to go. You got to do something. So.
And my son, if I can say this, is special needs. He has he has a sickle cell trait, and he has ADHD that he takes meds for every day. And since this all has been going on, he gets in trouble like literally every other day. They're calling me. Well, since we've been here 3 weeks, he hasn't had one phone call from the school.
Wow.
And I talked to them today, and I had to commend them for working with him so closely. And when I asked him, I said, son, do you like the school? He said, Mom, they're awesome. He can focus better. So I really want to make this my permanent place, but being in a car is hard.
Oh, well, being in a car is not supposed to be. It's hard because it's not supposed to be. And you say you have, 5 kids?
5.
What
I have
are their
4 with
ages?
me. 5, 7. My daughter just turned 9 yesterday, and 10 and 14.
Okay.
I think this is the beginning of a new start for you.
Thank you.
Because we're going to figure in how this is going to turn around for you. That's why we do these events, because you see the fruit and everything behind us and the produce. Not only people come for jobs, but they also come because sometimes there's a food shortage in the families while they're looking for a job, while they're trying to maintain. So this is all a part of what HOSEA Helps does. And we have clothes. We want people to get clothes because a lot of times you simply don't have the clothes to go look for the job. So you see, it could be a vicious circle that people can go in. But today, is going to be a beginning of a new day for a lot of people. And Sharika and her beautiful kids, it's going to be a new beginning because we're going to step in and help. And look, in the midst of all of that, she made sure they still getting an education, even with everything that's going on. Now, that lets you know a lot about who this woman really is, because she realized that's the value, that's their way out of what's happening to them right now.
And I've also registered for school. I just can't start till January.
Really?
At Piedmont College.
So that's what you'll be doing in January.
Yes, ma'am.
And so the 5-year-old, is that a girl or a boy?
A boy.
A boy. So you have 5-year-old boy,
7-year-old girl.
7-year-old girl.
9-year-old girl.
9-year-old
10-year-old
girl.
boy.
10-year-old boy.
14-year-old girl.
And a 14-year-old girl.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so we'll know what to ask for. We'll know, because we had donors and volunteers, and they come to our assistance when we call out. But I can guarantee you, you're not going to be sleeping in the car anymore. And until you get your place, you know, we're going to figure out a place for you,
Yes.
as well as look at that second admin fee, and just let you know that this is not a place that just talks. So we actually do what we say we're going to do. And once you become a part of the HOSEA Feed the Hungry family, the HOSEA Helps family, you're always a part of our family, always. And so we know, we can tell that your kids are going to do well in school. And that's like half the burden.
It is.
So God's just lifting these burdens off of you one by one. And I want you to release and feel the release of that burden, so that the joy of the Lord can come in place of that pain that you've been going through.
Thank you.
Now, which Kroger you say you got an interview
On
at
Memorial
1:30?
Drive.
On Memorial Drive and
In Stone Mountain.
Oh, in Stone Mountain. Oh,
You have
the
a
one right
1:30
there.
interview
I
there?
know exactly, because we do our remote from there.
Mm-hmm.
It's the one where North Harrison cut across and come
Okay.
right into Memorial.
Well, have you checked the clothing area
I
to
have.
make sure that...
They don't have
But they
any,
didn't have pants or
Mind
size,
the
she
size.
says.
Okay. I mean, yeah,
But
you're smaller than me, but that's what we need.
We have ways of dealing with some
Yeah,
things.
we do.
So, and I'm going to have my daughter, when you finish here, I'm going to have my daughter. She's in charge of human services at HOSEA Helps.
Okay.
So she's somebody I definitely want you to talk to time we finish this. But I just want to thank Sharika and her kids.
Thank you.
This is part of our family now, and we're going to make things happen. Definitely. So, Sharika, Nita, I want you to talk to her and tell us what we have to do from there. Okay? So, Sharika, go with her.
Okay.
Yes.
And talk with her.
Anita?
And,
They took my pear.
oh, yeah, don't worry about that. We'll get you some more fruit.
So you'll be able to do your